In this slide I'm going to be doing some very light knife fighting training. And here's a form of knife fighting training that is recommendable if you're looking to get better at knife fighting. A simple way of training that can make you better, that actually makes sense in terms of improving your knife fighting ability, is using something like this. I use a training knife, okay? Don't try this at home. I use an actual knife for training. Don't try that at home, use a training knife. So here's my Mora knife, which has rusted. It's not stainless steel. And here's my newest knife, which I bought, which is cold steel. Mini leather neck, double edge it's called. And I improvised a care method for it using a rubber band, like a hair band. And I have it like this. So I'm going to be using this for knife fighting training. And what I have here is a supplement bottle hanging from a string. And what this does is practicing timing and precision. So this is an exercise, a drill, a training method that actually makes sense and can help you get better at knife fighting if you're looking to get better at that. I use a training knife, like I said. How does this help? Well, obviously, if you watch my knife fighting training videos, I talk a lot about targets also. There's certain parts of the body that are good to hit if you're knife fighting, like the neck, for example. So the neck is a prime target zone, like hitting a person in the neck with a knife is a way to really hurt them. Neck wounds are often fatal. So one of the best places to be able to hit in a knife fight is the neck, okay? You have a carotid artery, basically you have the windpipe here. You have a carotid artery on each side. And if you slice the neck or stab to the neck, you can create a wound that will have the person dead within like a minute or 2 minutes. So since knife fighting is about hitting certain spots of the body and certain parts are better, if you watch my other training videos, streams, I talk about knife fighting. Attacking hitting to the neck is like that place where we're looking to hit if you're fighting with a knife. They try to hit the neck, for example, or the heart, or under rib cages, I believe, or something like this. But the neck is a prime target zone, like a chief target zone. So what can make it easier for you, more likely to be able to pull off a stab to the neck and actually hit somebody in the neck where you have the carotid windpipe in the spine? Or using something like this, like a small object on a string, where if you're fighting someone, not going to be standing still in front of it like this, so you can practice knife fighting martial arts in front of a dummy and practicing things like this. But hitting something that's actually moving around, like a neck, like if I'm coming at you, so it's one punch or something like this, my head will be moving and my neck will be moving. So the neck is not going to be a fixed target for you. It's going to be moving. So if something is moving at you, for example, if you have a knife, someone's moving at you, and you stab them in the neck, something that can get you better and make you more likely to be able to hit somebody in the neck as they move towards you, moving towards you, kind of that, or it's like sideways, like moving here or something like this, moving away from you, however they're moving, is trained like this. So this is training from that actually works to get you better at knife fighting. If I don't turn off the comments, I get a lot of weird comments. Anyway, it's like they can keep running their comments and they're going to get the pain. So here's my cold steel mini leather neck double edge. I picked double edge. They have different weight profiles, different edges. This is a exercise, a drill that actually helps to improve your fighting ability with knife fighting. So if you look at this here, see, what is that? That is helping me get better. This is a drill that can help you get better if somebody's moving at you and you're trying to hit the neck. See, the neck is a larger target than that is. So that small little thing swinging in different ways. If I'm able to hit that, you're training be able to hit a small target that's moving. Okay. So if the head is somewhere moved towards, for example, here, it's practicing your timing and your accuracy, your reflexes, fighting reflexes. When something's moved towards you and you connect with it. So I had a tennis ball before, and I used that for fighting practice too. So obviously you can use it. You can use this to practice head movement. You can use this to practice boxing if you want to. So you can practice blocking. You can practice all kinds of stuff. You can practice connecting with it with techniques. You can practice making things miss you. And there's a variety, there's different ways to skin a cat. If this is an attack moving at me, well, I can lean back like this. I can do a level change. I can block it. I can punch it as it's coming in. So it's like a simple thing that you can train all kinds of stuff with. You can practice head movement, you can practice blocking, parrying, you can practice knife fighting, you can practice all kinds of stuff. It's one of these simple little, it's something simple that you can use to improve your skills or keep your skills sharp if you want to have them. And it goes here, and this could be anything, like a target zone, something moving at you and you're connected with. See, and this knife is a really effective knife. I like this. This is a dagger, and it has it's good at piercing. This blade profile makes it good at piercing. A lot of these attacks, I'm not even trying to make them hard. It's just kind of moved it there. And it easily slides into. I used to have a tennis ball here. Possibly I'll buy a new 3-pack of tennis balls next month and then hang a tennis ball. See, so it's not moving, keeping the same level. So over here, it's at a high level, it's rough in the neck. So if I'm connecting here, that's rough in the neck area. I can make it a little bit higher. But if it's here, see now it's here, it's neck level. Here it's neck level. And here is kind of here, okay? So it's moving in and out. It's like two axes, X, Y axis. It's moving up and down and in and out. And my accuracy is, I'm content with it. Maybe if I will count it at this point, be 98% accuracy, something like this. Attacks, thrown, attacks, landed. Now we're gonna switch it up. I'm doing thrusts, stabs. Now I'll mix in some slashes into it. Possibly some 1-2s. 1, 2. So what I did there is an upward attack like this, similar to an elbow strike. Well, attack like this. I'm happy with that. It was moving in a erratic, unpredictable manner as a connected wound. So there's different ways to do head movement too. One way head movement is whole body movement. Since the head is attached to the body, if you can move your body quick enough, you're moving your head. See? So if I do this, there's different ways I can not be hit by this. Do this. See? I can move like that. Or I can just go, see, and I move my whole body and my head is attached to my body. See here, for example, or this, and I can a little bit more like that. So these are the knife fighter 1-2 combos like to do, which is slash followed by a stab. So if you look at this is the first attack, which chambers the next attack, which is the stab. There's a natural flow of movement. So here's the knife fighter 1-2. 1 slash. See, presenting the blade moving like this, and then I'm connecting here, okay, slide off. The next attack is chamber. So the first attack throws up a second attack. It's a natural sequence, slow movement, where it's 1, for example, and I slide off. Let's say this to the forehead. See, here, slide off and up to the side, which means I'm short up for my next attack, snapping back with a thrust. It's like a natural flow of movement. For example, if I have this here, and I go 12 to 6, here, slash here, maybe, wherever. If I go slash and up here, like the natural fall up is a thrust. So it's slash, stab, for example. And you can mix up the level too, with the first slash is here and the thrust is here. But basically, 1-2 slash stab combinations. And I'm happy with the accuracy. And what I did there was a different slash, where I went down and then up like this, at this angle. See here. So with a tennis ball on a string, or in this case a bottle, but you can use a tennis ball. If I had a tennis ball, put a tennis ball in. You can practice all kinds of stuff. You can practice head movement. You can practice blocking things, pairing. You can practice connecting with it. It's a good way to train. You can train all kinds of stuff with it. This is practicing timing and accuracy. I'm actually connected with something that's moving around. It's moving up and down and left and right and in and out. So I'm connected with it. So you notice there, for example, where this is building fighting reflexes, where like quickly it starts moving in an unexpected way. You see it come in and you make it miss you basically. This is a very light object, so you're not dumping the energy, so it feels similar to shadow boxing. Only something tap your knuckles at the end of the movement. So it doesn't make a chance out of it. I've done this before with tennis ball. Where it's like, it's moving at me, and first I'm moving into it, and like at the last second I'm making miss. Like this. Yeah, so as I talked about my previous streams, these weak, effeminate Ahab type Christians, Brandon Holthouse, Andy Woods, Rafi Garnell, there's a problem now with the feminized church, where Satan has been able to slip into a lot of churches and capture pastors because they're feminine. And we man of God is something like Elijah that will stand up to hundreds of false prophets, prophets of Baal, well, true prophets of Baal. Or Mike's David versus Goliath here in the struggle against the deep state satanic persecution called gang stalking. Or Samson versus the Philistines. So the average Christian pastor is effeminate. The feminized church. Satan has succeeded in getting the average pastor to be a weak, effeminate pastor that can be captured. That shows the effeminate. Brandon Holthouse, Andy Woods, the Bible Church. Satan has been able to come into the church and overcome these pastors. Well, I guess they're afraid. They're afraid. They're not warriors. They're afraid of saying no. See? It's like, hey, do the Bible Church, start taking orders to do X, Y, and Z. Make a video, Andy Woods, saying that 9/11 truthers, they're bad. Okay. So, okay, yes, Moses, because they're afraid to say no to the deep state. So, what a bizarre troll. Okay, they had some troll, most likely one of the cyber stalking trolls that work for the program. They tried a new trolling angle to come in here, writing weird, bizarre comments in Swedish, and I guess they're supposed to get me like, oh, this was. They got me confused. Writing like weird. It's like, okay, no, okay. It's actually quite pathetic. What's the matter? It's like you got tired of trying a little silly troll angle, writing weird comments in Swedish, and I guess that didn't, you notice it didn't work. I said I keep trying to do what I'm doing. It's supposed to divert what I'm doing, like sidetrack it or get me derailed. Like I'm supposed to notice these weird comments and be affected by them. So I'm done training. I'm get the comments. So whatever. Yeah, beware these sellouts. These sellout passes. If you're a Christian, you need to stop looking at my videos, listening to my videos. If you want to be healthier, strong for the healthier. There's a lot of Christians that have died of heart attacks or strokes or cancer that would still be alive. That's the price you pay. It's like you've been listening to the Bible church, you show up on the videos, you have this guy, Cindy Hank, she's dying of a brain tumor. I believe if she would have been listening to me the last 15 years, she'd still be alive. But because she's been listening to the Bible church, part of that church, they have been teaching her the truth that could have prevented her health problem. So the price of listening to blind leads of the blind and not caring enough about the truth to find my channel or start listening to it could be death. See, it could be already. It's not like, well, if you watch this, you do a Bible church listener. Well, it's like I'm still alive. I didn't die yet. Well, you're less beautiful. See, I can teach you how to be more beautiful, more energetic, how to live longer. So you're missing out every day. You're not looking as good, feeling as good as you could if you would start listening to me and take my advice. And you're more likely to die of a heart attack. You've been aging at least twice as fast as you could. Meaning, the average Christian is aging maybe 2 years per year. And you could have been aging maybe half as fast per year. So it's not that you age a given amount, like a certain fixed amount per year. It's like some people you hear like, oh, I aged 10 years in 1 year because that's so much stress and something like this. See? So it's in your own best interest to watch my videos and take what I say seriously. As I've been talking about in previous videos, it's like when I want to make my health fitness coaching videos and talk on truth topics, I really need to do that on Rumble, because on YouTube I have to hold back, and it's real difficult to do quality health fitness coaching here, because you get medical misinformation strikes if you're not like the mainstream and you teach the truth that the deep state don't want to know, which is why on YouTube it's like I had to water down the health fitness coaching and not go that far and things like this. Yeah, had a weird troll said to keep trying different tactics. But what do you think I'm gonna get freaked out because they have a troll catch me up writing Swedish comments? They got a cyber stalker troll working for this state persecution program called Gang Saboteur Videos. They got a troll cyber stalker writing in Swedish in the chat. That whole is freaking out. Okay, it's like no, it's the same response. Oh, it's a troll in the chat. They get blocked. Okay. So yeah, anyway, what else they don't want you to know? They don't want you to know that I got a Rumble channel, Critical Mass Mike. So I'm a persecuted Christian talk video. I'm talking about a secret persecution program called Gang Stalkathon Videos, which is a modern global version of this Resetson program. So I'm a target of state persecution. There's a secret porn called gang stalking target videos. I'm a Christian target with state persecution. And the reason that I can tell so quickly that a pastor is a sellout is because if a pastor is a sellout, a puppet of the deep state, they will start targeting me if I start watching the videos. Because I'm a target individual. It's like the Matrix movie. Look around me, what do you see? Businessmen, lawyers, average Joes, plumbers, whatever. They're part of that system will turn on you. So if you're told a video as I am told with this gang stalking persecution program, one of the things that will happen is they will get people to target you. So if there's somebody that's control, that's like probably Illuminati, they get told to target you. For example, if I subscribe to an influencer, it's a shield influencer, like they're a deep state shield. The deep state already has them captured. And me being a target video, if I start watching videos, it won't take long until they get told by the handler, somebody to start working in little narcissist always abuse tactics in the videos. So I'm able to quickly tell. That's one of the benefits of being a target, or like one of the good that comes from the bad is I can tell quickly who's a deep state sellout shield. Because if they are deep state sellout shield, they will get told to start targeting me. If I subscribe to the Bible church, they will get told by the deep state to start targeting me. Because they're a church, they're a sellout church. They're a gang stalking church. They're a church that is part of this deep state persecution program called gang stalking. That's where they work to brainwash the youth and prime them with brainwashing propaganda to get them primed to be government agents when they're adults by having this international spy academy place. See, that's very interesting, very telling. Like Dula Bible Church is one of these churches. After I subscribe to them, I'm a target individual. They start targeting me with gang stalking, perping on me, so-called. The pastor's Bible teacher starts targeting with narcissist always with tactics in the videos, which means what? The reason they do that is because they're a gang stalking church per pastor's quote unquote, which means they work for this gang stalking program. I'm a target video. I subscribe to the Bible church. The pastor starts working narcissist always abuse tactics into the videos, targeting me for the program. What does that mean? They work for the gang stalking program. What is the gang stalking program? It's a program, government program that works to target individuals. And people work from what agents? See, like a secret spy agent. So part of the targeting is like the people work for has spy gadgets and they have a handler to get told to do things. So notice how the same church I've seen target me for the gang stalking program. When I went to look at the channel, like the history, and I clicked like oldest, it's like, oh, international spy agency. They have a play for the kids there in the church, and it's international spy academy, something like this. So notice how that's subtle priming to be like, well, these kids that are children of the Bible church, adults, we might have them be recruited to be agents when they're older, or maybe some of these families in the Bible church, they do gang stalking in America, but it's a ton of lives that they have like the Bluetooth. They want these people show up in Sweden in the supermarket, like average Joes, to sometimes bring the children to target. It's like, yeah, okay, they get a call, go to the supermarket, see the guy over there, yeah, walk past and call 3 times, what they get told to do. And sometimes they bring the kids. So I can tell how this gang stalking church is working to corrupt the youth and then brainwash them, like Hitler used and something like this, the branches. I can tell. It's like I've seen this and I've talked about it before, where in culture, it's like you have this deep state persecution one called gang stalking. And I can see how in pop culture they've been working to brainwash. They used to be like, well, spy kids. It's like, do you understand? If I go to the supermarket in Sweden, there's people that get sent that are agents for this gang stalking program that have spy gadgets and get told to do weird things to harass me. Some of them bring the children on the target. And notice how these people are adults now pursuing the targeting. When they were growing up, they might have seen spy kids. See? It's like, oh, it's cool to be a spy, have spy gadgets, and it is, see? So that's like priming, brainwashing to get them recruitable as adults. So I've seen at least one church, the Bible church, there's a gang stalking church that told me for this program. They have a video with an international spy agency play, which means what do I see there? Well, they're working to brainwash and normalize being a secret agent as a Christian. See, hey, Christian kids, like a spy agency, like spy. Normalizing being a spy, a secret spy. See, another person who told me with narcissist always abuse tactics after I started watching the videos is ex-Catholic for Christ. for Christ, James, I think he's called. And he's one of these people, I start watching his videos now and then. He starts talking with narcissist always be typed for the video, for the gang soccer program. And then after that, after I called him out, he's one of these gang stalkers because he started doing perping on me in his videos. He uploads a video, oh, here's a book recommendation, Agent of Grace, and it's about a Christian spy who's an agent, something like this. It's like subtle priming to normalize being an agent and work to recruit people as a part of propaganda brainwash. This other person gonna get blocked. It's like you're not succeeding getting me confused with your weird comments. Like sometimes it's like they're purposely, the cyberstalks are purposefully vague or trying to be like word salad, narcissistic word salad or something like this. They're trying to throw me off and get me confused with their comments, and it doesn't work, okay? But I can tell sometimes they're trying to be confusing, okay? So anyways, the point. I'm a persecuted Christian target. I'm a target of gang stalk, which is state persecution. And I've seen several Christian ministries participate in targeting, which is a benefit. One of the benefits of me being a target individual is that it makes it easy for me to quickly tell if somebody's an agent, like a puppet of the deep state, a puppet pastor, a puppet church. Because if they are, they will start targeting me. If I subscribe to a church and the pastor is a puppet of the deep state, he will start targeting me for the deep state with narcissist always be cited in his videos. That's part of the targeting experience with targeting video. And I'm not gonna avoid talk about that just because it's one of the hardest things to believe about the targeting. It actually basing is hard to believe enough, but it is the truth that I get influenced at targeting. Meaning now and then if I subscribe to a sports star or something like this on Instagram, like I don't know, Mike Perry or something like this, the bare knuckle fighter, and I start checking out his Instagram now and then. And I'm looking for like his training videos, stuff like this, something that means in martial arts. He will get told to post something on his Instagram story that's like a trigger. It could be like a skit. This happened several times. Where it's like I subscribe to somebody, like an influencer, low-level celebrity or action celebrity, or a podcaster, or like a vegan gains, let's say. And I'm not saying him specifically, but like just whatever, okay? If I was a guy that I'm watching a lot of health fitness videos, I'm like, oh, subscribe to this vegan gains, this carnivore gains YouTuber, then this and that. It's like, it's gonna happen that they get told to be like, if I'm a guy, I start watching the content, they'll probably be like, oh, Mike watched this guy's content. Let's get this guy to put some of the narcissist always be tags into his next video. I'm not joking. And the thing about this is it's supposed to discredit me as I talk about it. Because the base level of the target is hard enough to believe. And then these are the type of things that make you sound even more crazy if you report it. There's like celebrities target you if you're a target individual. Now here's the point. It's not that they're compromising the main objective. Do you understand? Let's say there's 1,000 target individuals in America, and I think it's more. But let's say it was only 1,000 target individuals. Or, well, actually, let's be more accurate. Let's say 10,000, okay? Which is going to be close to the actual number. Let's say there's 10,000. Actually, let's go to 100. Let's say there's 100,000 target videos in America talking about gang stalking. And the big part of targeting is narcissistic abuse, psychological warfare. And let's say Joe Rogan is going to have a guest on. And the guest is a puppet of the deep state, okay? Let's say it's like a guy who's chilling for UFOs, like Bob Lazar or something like this. That's another thing they wanted to see the mass into believing in aliens, by the way. Okay, so let's say they have like a shill booth for Rogan's podcast. Unbeknownst to Rogan or not. Let's say it's like Bob Lazar is a government shill, and his job is to get people to believe in UFOs. Okay, and it's like there's 10,000 target videos, and globally, Sweden, America, target videos, they've been using the same harassment team on every target video. Be like, well, we're using banana as a harassment trigger word to harass target videos, narcissist always abuse tactics. Like targets get harassed by neighbors, get sent out to walk past the balcony, and cough 3 times wearing a banana t-shirt. And then sometimes they show up in the supermarket as 2 guys standing outside the supermarket eating a banana, and they're saying something that's like a trigger word. So it's like it's been used as a visual theme in the harassment, or as a theme like banana, just something ridiculous. They've been using the word banana as like a harassment theme. Okay, something silly like that can be used to harass you. And it's like they have Bob Lazar on and be like, oh, and also wear a t-shirt that has a banana on it. And then they're shilling for the alien agenda for the deep state. And he's also doing like a sub thing where it's like the 10,000 total videos that we watch Rogan podcast, they feel harassed and messed with because he's wearing a banana t-shirt. It's not like he's sacrificed the main goal. He's there chilling for the alien agenda, and he's also making targets look at the podcast, feel harassed if they watch it. See? And it can be a little detail. It's not like a high effort or somebody's. It's just like using a certain word once in the podcast. And it will make target videos feel harassed, and he's also doing the other things. Anyways, the point. That can actually be part of the harassment, to explain it to you. Like the narcissist always abuse types are very subtle. Let's say they send like a cyberstalk in here when I'm doing a live stream here, and it's like Mike. It's like they do something else that tells me that they're a cyberstalker, and they write like 3 banana emojis in there. It could be like reintroduced now narcissist always abuse tactic harassment thing. And now like flying monkeys are the narcissistic abusers start using the word banana around me. And when they send flying monkeys to harass me in my chat, a lot of times they use the banana, either the word banana in the chat or spamming banana emojis. And if I go outside to have a smoke on my cigarette on my balcony, they send like somebody walking past eating a banana. I can tell that flying monkey, and it becomes like a subtle thing that's like they can get the flying monkeys to show up around you online in real life, to say banana, wear a t-shirt with a banana on it, or eat a banana. Or do you understand? It can be something subtle that keeps happening around you because flying monkeys get told to use this word around you, or show you this visual, and you will notice it and be like feel harassed. But other people, they just see one of these events, be like somebody come in here. Let's say they used like banana as a harassment thing for like 6 months on me. Okay, and somebody shows up in here, leaving 3 banana emojis. I bet he's a fucking agent of the government block, not a cyberstalker. I look paranoid too, because you didn't see the last 6 months of my life that this has been a pattern theme of harassment. See? So the missing puzzle piece that makes the public not notice the harassment is the personal experience of the target. Like the day-to-day experience, what you see when you look out the window, as I told you, what you see, the comments you get that you block and don't show everybody, what strangers in the supermarket say as you walk past and stuff like this. So it's like if people only see the one thing, like in my chat, somebody comes in doing something, I can tell they're harassing me. You can't tell, and it's supposed to make me appear to be paranoid and crazy when I talk about it. So the targeting is intended, a lot of target tactics, to make you sound crazy if you accurately report the truth of what's happening to you. See? Do you understand? It's like, for example, one of the most common things that I hear, like accounts, testimonies, for the videos, is the one headlight car harassment. So one of the things that a person would do when they're harassing you with cars, is like if you're driving down the highway, okay, going to another city, a lot of times targets will notice this, like it's rarely like the amount of cars in the opposing lane with one headlight. It'll be one of the things that targets will report. Like one of the things that's like universal. There's some things that are like tailor-made, customized to the target. Where it's like they throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. It's like, oh, we tried like calling Mike gay to harass him. We tried calling him a shape-shifting reptilian that doesn't have a soul. We tried saying you're dumb or something like this, and this thing got him pissed off, so let's double down on that, and it becomes like a theme. Okay, there's going to be some things that are customized to the target, and it could be like traumas you've had or something like this that they will use to tailor make customized harassment for you, like narcissists always abuse tactics. There's also universal things. It's like most people, credible accounts that I've seen on like core discussion groups, forums, or YouTube videos, Instagram posts from people, it's like I think they could be a real TI, okay? The rare person that posts and doesn't look like a counterintelligence agent, fake like bot commenter who's got a job to like spam discussion about gang stalking, like discussion groups or forums,
with crazy talk. Like, yeah, don't forget the brain reading satellites are, are used in the talk and stuff like this. Okay. But I'm not joking. If I go make a post on Quora, it's like why the program does this, or like solutions to targeting. It's like take your vitamins, make sure you get good sleep. Okay, wear earplugs if you get noise harassed. Have a security camera at home, make it hard for them to get inside the home in your way. Things like this. They have somebody. Oh, Mike is talking about gang stalking and real TI issues the targets deal with. So that people are seeing somebody talk about gang stalking, and it doesn't look that crazy to be like, don't forget the brain reading machines that are used on targets. Targets need to wear tinfoil hats when they're sleeping, or they can control your dreams, stuff like this. Meaning these people have a job, kind of intelligence agents, to go and flood any talk about the target with crazy talk. It's like throw some crazy talk. The topic of gang stalk has been talked about. Throw some crazy talk on top of it, some spice, some crazy spice. Like, oh, there's a person posted about gang stalking on Quora, and it did not make it sound crazy. They're just the facts, man. Okay, government agent shows up. Targets have brain chip implants. See, I'm not joking. If there's somebody that makes a post like, "Hey, I'm a TI in France, targeted with harassment, food poisoning. Several times I got sick and like vomited. The program poisoned my food. I realized they go inside my home when I'm away sometimes and poison my food or do something bad by contaminating my environment with toxic chemicals, chemical irritants. I get harassment every time I'm out in public. Yeah, and it's like just the facts, man. And me being a real target, I can tell. Yeah, that's part of the targeting. All of these things are part of the targeting. I know for sure by experience and research. And it's nothing that's like crazy and untrue. So it's like, does look like an intelligence agent. A counterintelligence agent will show up and be like, brain chip implants, okay, microwave radar assaults, directed energy weapons. Your neighbors will attack with ELF weapons or something like this, which is like some kind of electronic frequency. You understand? They need to throw some nuttiness or spiritual crazy. Like, be like, the spirits that are targeting you. You need to put like crosses on the wall to protect yourself from the spirits that they will talk to you with. You understand? So crazy talk is definitely part of targeting. Anyway, here's the point. I've been doing some kind of intense heavy metal chelation procedures recently, and I can tell that there's an exasperation of pre-existing symptoms. I'm not at my sharpest, but I can still produce quality work here. So I noticed that. Okay, I'm working with a health fitness expert who's been helping me to improve. Okay, and what this guy has gotten me to do is to do some chelation. Okay, and sometimes I notice the day after doing I just like basically it's like one of the things I've been doing, working with a health fitness expert. He's getting me to do some chelation, and after I do chelation, like I do some chelation in the afternoon or night. Sometimes the next day I can feel like I'm more moody or kind of brain fog or something like this, because this heavy metal toxin's been released into circulation, and that can like short term make me feel worse, but over time the heavy metal load in my body is decreasing. So anyway, here's the point. I've been doing chelation therapy, working with an expert. I'm not telling other people to do chelation therapy. I'm not telling you to do it yourself, that it's safe to do or recommended. I'm saying I've been working with a guy, okay, over here in Sweden, and he's been getting me to do chelation, okay. And one of the things I've been noticing is if I do chelation methods today, tomorrow morning I might feel extra like unclear mentally in the morning, because there's heavy metals that have been deposited in my tissues, adipose tissues, which is not a lot of adipose tissue on my cell physique, but a lot of times the heavy metal toxins will deposit and be stored in adipose tissue, meaning fat, okay. And then you do chelation, it's being released in circulation, and short term you can have a worsening of symptoms. So let's say you got heavy metal overload, you got diagnosed by an expert, you got too much heavy metals, and this doctor gets you to do chelation therapy. You might notice it's like the doctor gives you something today to a chelator, a chelating agent, and then like the next morning you wake up and you feel like extra brain fog or mood swing or something like this. See, and that can be part of the issues that you had, mood swings. That you realized part of it is inflammation caused by toxins in the body, and then you start doing chelation, and the talks have been released, and it can be like you can get worse short term. So, but whatever. I've been working with a guy who's a health fitness expert, and what this guy has been doing is he's been getting me to do chelation therapy. Okay, and I've noticed, like, since I started doing more intense chelation therapy, sometimes I notice if I do a chelator at night, the next day I can feel a bit worse. But that's part of the radical health fitness stuff I've been doing with this uh, licensed physician who I've been working with privately. Okay, you know, like James Bond. I got a license to practice medicine or something like this. So it's like whatever. I hope he didn't find a conflict pack or something like this. So anyway, I'm being facetious, but here's the point. I'm talking about chelation. I'm not recommending or telling you to. I'm saying this is a guy I've been working with privately and personalized care. And this guy has been helping me do things to heal, and he's guided me to do something called chelation. And I believe in it. Okay, so anyway, that's the point. We're getting back to the topic here. I'm a total individual. I'm total with gang stalking, and these filthy pastors are sellouts. That is a problem. Okay, that is a problem, and that's something that is like they're effeminate sellouts and they're weak. Little Ahabs. See, I'm a like a Christian should be. I'm an alpha. I'm a warrior, Christian warrior that's disciplined and look like a guy in the Sparta movie. And I have the character of a masculine man, discipline, and things like this. Now, these effeminized church pastors, the Bible Church and the Woods, Brandon, Holt House, and these other sellouts, not all are like, their energy vibe is like effeminate, okay? Their aura is like effeminate, like a boy, like Brandon Holt House. It's got like a boyish vibe to him. But if you look at the character, it's like the physical just vibe or look is like a testament to the character and the spiritual stage, okay? Like a witness. Or it's like there'll be 3 witnesses to everything. If I'm telling a lie, my body language will show it. My voice will show it. Do you understand? How voice is part of the body language, but it's like if I'm lying, my body language will show it. My voice will have a sound of falsehood in it, and there will be something with the words themselves. Do you understand? They'll be like witnesses to every truth. So if somebody's effeminate, like Brandon Holthouse, he will look effeminate. There will be his vibe, his energy will be effeminate, and he can try to overcompensate by like, I'm trying to talk tough, so far it's just pathetic. Ben Holthouse is one of these hell pastors that talking for the gang stalking point. It's just the most effeminate, pathetic man I've ever seen. It's like he's doing like the offense is the best defense. Because I've been making videos on YouTube for years about Christian masculinity, and part of what the sellout face will do is like copy, emulate. See, it's the same flesh that they're walking after that makes them be involved in murder of other Christians, in murder, emulations, wrath, heresies, and things like this. Oh, Brandon Holthouse, heretic, by using a fake Bible, heresy. Oh, working for a program work to murder me, a Christian, murder, see. Oh, emulation too, see. It was like, oh, something Mike is doing, show the hidden truth in the world system. Mike made a live like that, make a video, the hidden truth, stuff like this, see. Emulations, see. So, basically, we have a problem now in the body of Christ, and some of these people might not even be saints, they're not in the body of Christ, but in churchianity, where there's a lot of pastors that are effeminate, okay? And what am I saying? What am I getting at? Well, as a Christian, I'm not a pastor, okay? And I'm a man, a Christian man that's been living alone, saying no to the Satanists while being persecuted by thousands of people. So my struggle here has been like Samson versus the Philistines, where it's one man of God versus thousands of people toward me for this persecution program online in real life. One versus thousands. So it's like if you think archetypes or types or themes, okay? It's like Samson versus, it said Samson versus Goliath struggle because it's me versus thousands of people targeting me. It's David versus Goliath because it's me versus the deep state persecution program called gang stalking. See? Whereas, and I've been saying no when the program was, Mike, shut up, stop making videos about the fake TI crazy talkers. They like threaten me and I go, I'm not going to stop, and I keep talking. And then it's like they make good on the threats and start ramping up the talking. See, has been my experience. It was like when Scott Snitzer was on YouTube making videos, I'd be like, Scott Snitzer, fake TI crazy talker. And I looked at his recent video, he was gaslighting about this, and he was saying this. The reason he said that is to discredit the topic of gang stalkers and crazy talk. And the program would be like, hey Mike, you shut up about Scott Snitz or else, say. And then I go, no, and I keep talking. It's like, and then else counts. Where it's like there's an increase in how they try to make me have accidents in the supermarket. I get extra like noise harassment. Like the hour after I end the stream where I was exposing Scott Snitz, I ended, and there's like more noise harassment, wrong number, because I can notice like the baseline of targeting is like they're trying to do behavior modification. Was like, Mike, stop doing this. No. And then it's like, when we do it, it's like they ramp up the tone. It's supposed to be like, stop doing it. I noticed this too. But it's another thing I've been doing that I don't like. And notice that the point is this. It doesn't work on me because a Christian masculine, real man, a Christian warrior, does what's right. Even if it costs him his health, his safety, his comfort, see, as I've been living. Well, here's the right thing to do. Is that I'm going to resist evil. I'm going to speak out about this persecution program I'm talking of. And it can go, Mike, stop doing it, or else, and I'm no matter what, I'm gonna keep doing it. Say. And it's like, well, they wrap up the targeting, and I keep doing it. So now that's me being a lone Christian here, okay? And these pastors running churches is supposed to be an example that the average is supposed to be like, well, I'm gonna be more like a man like this pastor here, as a Christian, like a model, like an example. They're Semitic to them, see. They're at lower level than I am. It was like they do the Bible church. Satan slithers in to the garden of the Bible church. Be like, hey, yeah, has God said, I did not come to destroy man's life, but to save them. Help us destroy a man's life. Not any man, but a Christian brother. You do to your own city. They live sell out. The radio station sell out. The sell out. Hey, yeah, has God said, thou shalt not persecute anybody, and especially not a Christian. Yea, hath God said, the Son of Man did not come to destroy man's life, but to save them. Come, turn aside to lies. Help us destroy a man's life, a Christian man's life, say. Okay, it's like work for a program, work to destroy a Christian man's life. Yea, hath God said that you're supposed to edify Christians. Help us to do the opposite of edify Christian. There's a persecuted Christian. Be a ravenous wolf not sparing the flock. There's a lone strange sheep that's being persecuted over in Sweden. And he started looking at YouTube channels like ministries. Start attacking him for the wolves. See, help the wolves get in. Help the wolves attack this Christian. This is how disgusting they are. So anyways, the point. Me being a Christian, I'm not ashamed, okay? I'm unapologetically, it's like, yeah, I know my value worth. I'm a Christian warrior. I'm like a David or Samson type. I've been very impressive, if you know the truth. Whereas like the truth is so hard that where it would be like God is glorified if you knew the truth. Most people don't accept my testimony. It was like just the fact that I'm ripped with a six-pack despite 10 plus years of gang stalking is a testament to God's power, see. It's like I'm in better shape than the average 36-year-old man, despite being targeted with gang stalk for 10 plus years, which has been targeting me mentally, physically, full spectrum warfare, targeting my finances, work, the sabotage, everything I'm doing. So, anyways, the point. Unlike these sellout effeminate pastors, abandoned whole towns and the Worcester Bible Church, I've been having the strength to say no and fight for what's right. And it's been costing me a lot of damage. I've been in a war. I'm a veteran, okay? I definitely do hardness. I've been enjoying extreme hardness, and I'm still stronger and better shape than the average Christian that hasn't been having an intense war waged on that mental and physical. So that, why? Because I've been with God, walking with God. His secret is with the righteous. God gives to man this good in his sight, wisdom and knowledge and joy. That's another thing that stands out when people accuse me of being on drugs or lying about gang stalking, because like if I look at the average Christian that's on YouTube, there's less joy, see. Like how often it happens in my streams that I have like organic bubble with joy, have a good time without doing something like watching porn or drinking or drugging or something like this. It's like just having a good time and joy in my life compared to the average Christian, despite what I'm going through. It's like this is because I've been pushing the right buttons. Blessing God, see. God gives a man this good in his sight, wisdom and knowledge and joy. And if you look at my videos, be able to tell I have more wisdom and knowledge and joy than like the average Christian, despite persecution. Because if you do what God tells you to do, you be blessed, see. You be blessed. Where it's like, what makes you good in His sight? Well, God goes, confess your sins. Okay, I confess my sins 3 times a day, consistently. I read the Bible. I work to help people. See, I work to live out the scriptures. The thief come now to kill, steal, destroy, and cut them out of life and more abundantly. Oh, I know there's people that are going to die of cancer or some other health problem. I'm going to teach the truth on my YouTube channel. Here's things you can do to make less likely to get cancer. Things like this. Like God goes, yeah, that's a good thing. I like people doing that. See, oh, this guy is a Christian. He's confessing sins daily, as I told him in the scriptures to do. He's putting in the effort to do that with this. I'm going to confess my sins every day. I'm going to pray to God about this and that. God will go give him that. Most of the sins that God is pleased by. There's nobody that's born by, oh, I like Mike because he's handsome. That makes me like him more. So I'm going to bless him with joy because he's handsome. No, it's performance. See, you're saved by grace, which means nobody deserves salvation. But blessings and rewards is something you work for as a Christian. That's performance based. It's like that God doesn't go to, oh, I'm just gonna give this guy crowns and rewards in heaven for not winning any souls because he was a lazy bum Christian. It's just a lottery. No. It's like, oh, this guy won 647 souls. He's gonna get this reward. This Christian was a lazy bum Christian. They're just sitting at home watching prawns all day. They're not gonna get the same rewards. So anyway, there's a problem now with effeminate pastors. Like the average Christian pastor now is so weak and he's been overcome by the same mantle for this. They've been overcome where Satan has slid into the average church and gotten the average pastor to be a puppet sellout. And I can tell that's one of the benefits of being targeted. I can tell who's a sellout because somebody is a sellout. The matrix people, look around me, what do you see? Lawyers, businessmen. They're part of that system and they will attack you, they will turn on you, see. That's the experience of being a gangster on a video. Because it's like if I subscribe to a person on YouTube, like I don't know, if they are already an agent, they get told to start working in Northeast Dogs abuse tax in the videos. Or if I subscribe to them, I start frequently watching videos, then they will get recruited after the fact. But, oh, a TI is subscribed to this person. Let's get the person to start targeting the TI. So, anyway, that's the point. One of the benefits of being taught a video is it's helped me to know more quickly. Maybe I would never figure out to do the Bible church. It's like a church that's been captured by the deep state. And it's like a puppet shill church that's been captured by the deep state. If it was for me being taught a video and I would notice, oh, they're taking orders for the deep state because they taught me for this deep state persecution program. See? And it's a quick way to know. So one of the benefits of being taught video is there's like certain things that you will know that the average person doesn't know. Like for example, some people don't know they're being spied on. Targets know they're being spied on because they probably use things that they get from spying on you to customize like harassment skits on you. See, everybody's being spied on. They're listening to everybody's phone calls. They're spying on everybody, but they will customize. They will use what they get from spying on a toilet video, like they spy on everybody, to like customize harassment for the next time they go to the supermarket. They will have fly markets and they're using like different trigger words and stuff that could be referenced on which on the phone with and stuff like this. So anyway, beware of the sellouts. And I've been living like a Christian warrior, not a Christian wimp like the average Christian is. I've been a Christian warrior, enjoying a lot of hardness. I definitely hardness. So if you want to be a Christian that's not failing miserably and like defeated, you have to be able to endure hardness. And being disciplined is part of being disciplined. I talk about discipline is like, I'm gonna stop watching porn, which a lot of you haven't done yet. I've stopped doing it. I don't watch porn. Not like the average Christian man watches porn at least once a week. And if you've been doing that for years, it's like an addiction. Or if you go, I'm gonna stop doing it, you'll feel hard to do. Say no to yourself. Put it like in subjection. See, if you go from eating a high sugar diet 3 times a day to fasting, that'll be hard, at least initially. if you're gonna start exercising, you've been lazy and out of shape for years, it's gonna be hard to do. So discipline will a lot of times make you have to endure hardness. If somebody's fat, out of shape, it's like, I'm gonna get in shape and start exercising, it's gonna be hard. And let's say you're fat and out of shape, like drinking Coca-Cola, looking at TV all day and you're out of shape, and you see a video where it's like, come on, be disciplined like this. So I'm gonna start taking daily walks or jogging or whatever they're gonna do, start exercising, get in shape. Then they're gonna start doing, it makes them feel bad. And if they choose to not like, I started taking a walk, it made me feel bad, so I stopped doing it. But if they start taking a walk, I feel bad, and they keep doing it, they're enjoying hardness, because it feels hard and bad to do, but they're enjoying it, meaning they're choosing to stay feeling bad. See, I'm going to start exercising. To start exercising feels bad exercising. And they're choosing to stay feeling bad by keeping exercising, even though it makes them feel bad, and it's enjoying hardness. So, being disciplined and enjoying hardness go hand in hand. Because you don't have to use discipline to do things that you love, okay? Like, I don't know, give your wife a kiss or eat food or something like this. Typically, you don't have to use discipline to be like, I'm gonna make myself eat an ice cream dessert or something like this. No, that's what you just naturally feel like doing. And what you have to use discipline for is things that feel hard. It's like exercising or fast, or you feel like doing something, but you made a rule, I'm gonna stop doing this, so you have to hold yourself back. That's what makes you feel bad. So anyway, the Illuminati deep state, they worried about the body of Christ finding my videos. They're starting to learn from me. And one of these topics, remember, critical mass, Mike on Rumble. I also have a TikTok and Instagram. So anyway, here's the point. One of the things I want to really drive home is there's a problem now with pastors being sellout shells, work for the satanic deep state people. Do the Bible church work for the same people that ran Epstein Island? Think about that. That's who they take order from. That's the same deep state that have been targeting me with persecution. The same people that did Epstein Island, that took out Epstein to cover it up. See? That's the same people. The same people did 9/11, murdered thousands of Americans in 9/11. That's the same people these people are sold out to. That's a big issue. And I know that's the truth, so maybe I feel a sense of responsibility, not just for myself, but like, this is something really bad I need to get worried about. So anyway, here's the point. I'm a total individual, total with state persecution, government gang stalk it's called. And unfortunately, I've seen a lot of Christian, unfortunately, it's good that you see reality, but unfortunately, the reality is this, and I've seen it, okay? So, unfortunately, I've had to see a lot of Christian ministries and pastors participate in gang stalking, which tells me that they're a puppet on a string of the deep state Illuminati. See? Do the Bible Church, Raphael Garnon, Andy Woodsbell, and Hot House. These are just some of the Christian ministries, Bible teachers, pastors, so-called, they have told me for the gang stalking persecution program. How do they talk narcissist dogs mistakes in the videos? So I'm gonna finish up. I don't feel like going along. I'm like for an hour. Earlier I made some vitamin C water concentrate. You should be interested in that if you're a Christian. You should be interested in things, health, fitness practices. Okay. Now, why would I know anything about this? So yeah, basically, I'm ripped with a six-pack, in better shape than the average man in the 30s, despite having taught with an intense persecution program that's more accurately described as more than harassment, okay? Because it taught both physically and psychologically. So, I'm not gonna stop. That's another thing, that nothing works for me. They can't control me. I just keep going. See, there's no slowing down. No matter what happens, I keep going. It's like what works on the average man and Christian pastor, like threats or like shut up or else or start holding you, making life harder. That doesn't work on me. There's nothing someone's taking me out, like physically murdering me or putting me in a cycle or prison where I can't speak out in videos. That's like the only way they can get me not speak out. What works on other people doesn't work on me. Hey Mike, stop making videos about topic X or else, because I'm gonna keep doing what I feel like doing, no matter what. See. So it's like that's why it's like they had to work to yeah, it's like it doesn't work like works on other people. That Mike, shut up or else. And God is helping me survive everything they've been doing to me. So I gotta finish up, and you can keep hating and be weak and reap the curses that you get from being a child poisoning sellout. See, most Christian parents are technically guilty of being child poisoners too, and I would have been protecting their children. If the average Bible church listener would have been listening to me the last 7 years, their children would be better off too, because they've been poisoning the children the last 7 years. Okay. And they've been withholding things that a child needs as neglect abuse. If your child needs this to grow up healthily and you don't give it to them, that's a form of abuse. And it's not like it's impossible for you to be able to get the thing that they need or something like this. So the average Christian is a child poisoner. Don't be surprised that you reap what you've sown. How do you think that God feels about you poisoning your own children? Train up a child the way that he should go, God tells you. And you've been training up a child the way that he should not go. High sugar diet, soft and wash clothes, toxic chemical and home cleaning products. Hey, look at me, child, spray countertop cleaners on the floor, on the floor. Wash your clothes with softener, eat a high sugar diet, don't take your vitamins. That's how you've been training up your children, Christian parents and Bible church listeners. Well, God says what? Train up a child the way that he should go. So God tells you to raise your child right, and you've been raising him wrong. So no wonder if you've been working to hurt your child physically and make them sick. Are you surprised that if you're a Christian, but if you be right chastisement, word of all, protect your best not sons, are you surprised that God is making you have health problems? If you've been working to give your children health problems as a Christian. Like post-salvation, you got saved, you got kids now, you're raising children. And here's the thing, God doesn't chasten you for sins you did before you became a Christian, okay? But after you become a Christian, now God is dealing with you as a son, okay? Because before you get saved, you don't have the ability to live sinlessly, okay? To walk after the Spirit and please God. So God doesn't chasten you for not having pleased him and not having done good works before you was a Christian, because you'd be unable to. It's like, oh, dude, this dog isn't flying, so I'm going to punish it for this. So here's the thing. After you become a Christian, God is dealing with you as a child of God now, which means he will be disciplining you for your sins. And if you're a Christian parent to the Bible church listener and you're poisoning your own children, you better believe that God will deal with you about it. Yeah, so I'm gonna finish up. I saw the Bible church. They have people drop like flies. So a lot of these people that are dying, the Bible church show up in the videos. Pray for this person in the hospital. Yeah, all of this could have been avoided. Nobody that I used to know. But so a lot of these people never end up in the hospital if they would have listened to me all these years. See, but because they listen to the Bible church, they haven't been told how to protect their health, how to be strong for their health. They end up having this, that health problem, the other. So I gotta finish up. Nothing else in this life must be taken as medical advice information. Just my personal belief and opinion. Talk to a doctor, licensed physician before making any change to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and medication. Talk to a doctor, a licensed physician, before starting to or stopping to take any supplements and or medications. Okay, talk to a doctor for making any significant changes to diet, lifestyle, supplementation, and or medication, even minor ones. So that's a disclaimer. So yeah, this is why I don't like making videos on YouTube, because I feel the need to make a disclaimer and things like this. So yeah, be not deceived, God is not mocked, for whatsoever man soweth that will also reap. See? But ye can do nothing against the truth but for the truth. Why do you think that Mike Sy is still alive and ripped with a six-pack despite the deep state with near limited resources, thousands of people going after him online and offline and attacking me directly physically? Why do you think that I'm still in good enough shape to inspire that, wow, this guy's in great shape, we're gonna ask his advice, and then they end up being edified physically. Their body's a temple of the Holy Ghost. Okay? Maybe it's because you can do nothing against the truth. Maybe God has been for Mike SAHA staying alive one. Okay? So he can refer to himself in the third person in his city blood chains. I think it is. But yeah, I'm still alive. And a lot of you are like barely alive. Okay? Barely. You're barely alive. So yeah, I'm gonna finish up and take my advice, or you're better off you take it and don't do it. I'm gonna finish up. Yeah.